Everybody, we are here at the NOW training facility. Donnie Hoover, Mark Koval, welcome. This is a pretty exciting thing to have happen for New Ohio Wrestling. Donnie, talk to us a little bit about how this came together, please.
Yeah, actually it was something that me and my wife Terry talked about for a while, and it was basically came from necessity for me, because I had the ring. It was in my garage. With COVID, we couldn't run New Ohio Wrestling events, and of course you can see I'm not in the best physical shape at the moment. I wanted to give him some exercise, and so we started looking for a couple of wrestlers. Asked if we were going to look for a building to put the ring up, so we could get like some wrestling practice in for the wrestlers that wasn't able to get work and stuff. So we started looking, and then I mentioned it to Mark about, if you hear of any buildings to, let us know. And then just out of the blue, he called one day and said, "Hey, I got a lead on one, let's take a look at it." And then kind of like, here we are, and it just kind of like fell in our lap. And so now we're scrambling to get everything up and running.
Well, I think there's an old saying that it's better to be lucky than good sometimes. So right, there you go. Maybe Lady Luck was looking at NOW here. And Mark, talk a little bit about this facility, if you will. I mean, obviously we got the ring in here, but what's some of the other goals for the training facility?
Well, we moved into the first facility, and as of April 1st, when we do our full opening, we're actually going to be in a much larger building. Mm-hmm. So with Donnie and Terry and the three of us getting together and really trying to figure out what we want to do, we started brainstorming on how we can turn this into something more than just about wrestling.
Okay.
So we had the building, we had the ring, now we had the opportunity to do something better in the community as well.
Okay, because the goal is to have kind of a fitness facility for those who aren't interested in being a wrestler but want to stay in shape.
Right, and for me, the passion came from, growing up, I was a bigger kid, and I always had that fear of belonging to a gym and going to a gym. And when I trained for wrestling, I got out of a lot of that, but I still knew that those things were out there. So I thought we really needed a place that was going to be really equal opportunity.
Sure.
Doesn't matter if you're tall, short, overweight, whatever. We wanted to create a place where guys like me and Donnie, who are in great shape right now, wanted to be, so we can get in shape and also get the community involved as well.
And from what I understand, you have somebody that's going to be over here a couple nights a week, kind of doing his own thing and instructing some of those folks. And that person, of course, I'm talking about the Black Superman, Onyx. And let's be honest, gentlemen, if there's one guy that knows about physical fitness, it's Onyx.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it was the obvious choice. And when we had talked about ideas, and the original plan was just to have the wrestling ring. And when we got in here, we started mulling over ideas, and I was like, well, I want to use the ring to exercise and try to lose weight. So then, I started thinking about a fitness program I could use. Mm-hmm. And then knowing how, being trained with wrestling, how wrestlers stretch out, how they have to do their cardio. And I always say there's wrestling cardio and then there's cardio. It's completely different. Mm-hmm. So I started coming up with an idea of bringing wrestling cardio into a fitness program. So I reached out to Onyx, who, if people don't know, he already owns his own training facility. He's a personal trainer, strength trainer. So he was the obvious choice to reach out to. And he loved the idea as well. And he's actually working with me and Mark and Terry and all of us. And we're developing a course or a workout program.
Okay, cool.
To where, it is. And like I said, it's not for wrestlers. You'll get in the ring and do some exercises, as we'll show later on. But, you don't have to want to be a wrestler, just like when you got like 9 rounds of the boxing training. They go and they do the boxing training, but they don't necessarily want to be professional boxers. So, I mean, that's
they don't want to get hit in the nose.
Right, that's kind of the theory. And then like when we got in here and got everything set up, obviously it's not like the biggest facility. You can see the ceilings, they're not super high. So we were just like, if we're going to do this, we need a bigger spot. So that's what we talked about. We're moving into a bigger spot. It's about 2.5 times the size of this one. The ceilings are 8 feet higher, so there's going to be more than enough headroom, more than enough room for the physical fitness inside and outside the ring. We're going to have the big tires. We're going to have the ropes. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff in store for, you know, people that want to come in and work out in a fun and different way, and even for wrestlers. You know, the wrestlers will also need this as well. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it myself, so, you know, it's for everybody.
And even you could run shows from that new venue as
Absolutely.
well. You know, because it is big enough. You were nice enough to take me across the way and show me what one would look like, even though it's not exactly set up for New Ohio Wrestling, but it's much bigger. The ceilings is the thing that is most startling personally. I was like, wow, that's really a high ceiling, which is great for folks that want to practice and train to come off the top rope. You got to have that clearance. So overall, it looks like it's a great opportunity for NOW. What about some folks wanting to get in here and training? Have you had anybody pick up the phone, or I guess they don't do that anymore. Never mind. They text us. Yeah, who picks up the phone?
Emails
anymore?
and texts.
Yeah. So some people have contacted, right, and said, "Hey, I'm a fan. I want to be a wrestler. Help me out." How many have you received?
Yeah, we've received some interest, and people's reached out to me, and people's reached out to Mark, and actually one of my friends from the haunting business. You know, I like the haunted houses and the spooky stuff. One of my friends from the haunt business is actually coming in, and we're working with him, training him. But yeah, we have planned. We've talked to many people. We've talked to Cody Hawk, Onyx. We've talked to Robbie Starr, your favorite guy.
Oh yes.
You know, all these guys, they're all willing to come in and help with the training and do guest visits and all that. So we got a lot of cool ideas coming. A lot of good stuff down the pipe, and even a gentleman reached out to Mark about referee training. So we're going to be looking into that too.
You know what? That's something that I think is sometimes missing when
Right.
you come to a pro wrestling facility or pro wrestling camp. Is that sometimes, unfortunately, it's, hey, you're not the most athletic, so you're going to be the referee. And I think that that's a great idea, Mark.
Right. Yeah, I think, if it has to do on the wrestling end, if it has to do with wrestling, whether it be a referee or a professional wrestler, we've got the facility to do that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, people that are fans of wrestling. I mean, I'm getting emails and calls from people that are like, wow, I've always wanted to work out in a ring, and wrestling is so cool. Will I be able to come off the top rope? I'm like, no, wait a minute. We're saving that for Donnie and I. See, the whole thing is.
Wait a minute,
Donnie,
you got the bad hand. Look,
right
people,
now.
people can see at home that you have a bad hand. You're not getting on that
Donnie
top
and I
rope.
are training for that one line. We're going to do one of those scaffolding matches, So, no, but like I said, I think it'll just be a very cool facility, because if you look at sports and spectators, when you look at a wrestling match, if WWE comes into town and they fill up an arena, there's more people at that arena than a basketball game. It's still one of the largest sports spectator events that happen. And so many people are into wrestling that this is just that cool idea. So there's fun, there's fitness, and they're involved. They something they feel good about. So.
Well, before we talk about social media, where folks can follow you guys and the company online, any final words?
Yeah, I just want to say, we're having a lot of fun, and we're laughing and joking here on the interview, and being inside a ring, doing the cardio fitness is going to be a lot of fun. But make no mistake, we're taking it very seriously. Because we're wanting to better our health, which is the whole reason this started. So we're not only looking at wrestling training, we're not only looking at getting in some cardio. We're looking at strength training. We're looking at strongman down the road. We've already talked to some wellness experts, and we're going to have some nutritionists in here. We're going to be talking supplements. We're going to be doing supplements. So we're taking it very seriously about the health and fitness side of it. But it's like I say, we're a bootleg Planet Fitness with a wrestling ring is what we are. You got to start somewhere. You can't go to a Planet Fitness in the country and see a wrestling ring.
There you go. That's true.
We're a different brand. We're a different idea, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But we're also going to take people's health very seriously.
Yep.
And the training as well. If you're coming here to be a pro wrestler,
Sure.
definitely it's a serious business, and we're going to be taking it seriously here as well. Mark, anything that you wanted to last words or whatnot?
Pretty much like Donnie said. We want to create the right environment. It's about health and fitness. I'm excited about the nutrition program, the supplement program, and the people that, like Donnie had mentioned, on the wrestling end. We'll bring in guys that weren't in the WWE or wherever that have been out there, and offer some classes, and really just, again, fitness, health, safety, but have some fun with it. Give people a completely different experience.
Well, there you go. And if you want to keep tabs on New Ohio Wrestling, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can follow us on the internet, newohiowrestling.com. Also on Instagram and Facebook, just search for New Ohio Wrestling. And on Twitter, New Ohio Wrestling, no G at the end.
Yeah.
Stupid Twitter and their rules.
Character limits.
Anyways, but follow us on social media and on the web and get all the updates to this great facility. And Donnie, Mark, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to get more information, we have a questionnaire on the New Ohio Wrestling website. That's newohiowrestling.com/training. And you can go there and it gives more information about the facility and a questionnaire you can fill out, and we'll get back in touch with you.
Well, there you go. So if you're interested, fill out that questionnaire and we'll see you next time.